Frankie, we've got some Ys, some big Ys, today on BoxMac.
John, why?
I don't know, but I do know that it's a big Y.
You ever watch Kenan and Kel when you were a kid?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you remember one of their catchphrases was, why?
That and something to do with orange soda. So Big Y is a supermarket chain?
I don't know.
You want to use your Googling machine. We got to the Big Y Thick and Creamy. I'm always a big fan of Thick and Creamy Macs. Classic, you know. White Cheddar. We haven't had a White Cheddar on the show in a little while now.
It's been a while.
And we got a Deluxe.
The closest one to us is Southeastern Mass.
Oh, so it's not that far even.
And there's one in Kingston. It operates under the trade names Big Y World Class Market or Big Y Supermarket.
Okay.
It's a supermarket brand, folks.
Supermarket brand.
If you really wanted us to thoroughly review Big Y's selections of mac and cheese, this show ought to cover the whole thing.
This is going to get the whole thing. There was actually one additional Big Y macaroni and cheese that we have in the Hall of Macs, which is a Spirals. But we have decided to save that for the Festival of Spirals.
Yeah. Someday,
as is tradition.
Someday we're going to do a Festival of Spirals.
Someday we're going to do a Festival of Spirals, and we want to make sure that it has plenty of Macs, so we're going to save it for that. Is it a sticker?
I think you can, in some way, take that out.
Punch it out?
Just your luck, there's Big Macaroni and Cheese Deluxe. That's not even grammatically correct.
No.
It just runs together into one sentence. When you arrive home to a meal as creamy and comforting as our Deluxe Macaroni and Cheese dinner, you feel pretty fortunate. As for leftovers, well, good luck. What?
I mean, I get what they're saying. They're implying that there's not going to be any leftovers left. So, good luck having leftovers.
I thought they were saying that we reheat poorly.
And to be fair, it probably does.
As for leftovers, you're on your own. I have a question about thick and creamies. Is the prep really the thing that makes them thick and creamy? Or is the powdered cheese?
I think that there's thickener. That's all there is to it. They just put basically double thickener, so you put double milk, and that makes it extra creamy.
Okay, there's another red circle. From one generation to the next, it's the best.
Oh.
See, at least they had a comma.
How about that one? Does this have a different message?
Real small. Big smiles begin with Big Y.
They're perforated.
Well, they're drawn perforated, but you can't actually do anything with them.
No, they're not like perforated in the packaging.
You don't have to be a kid to love the cheesy goodness of Big Y white cheddar macaroni and cheese dinner. Creamy, delicious, and full of big flavor, it's sure to put a smile on every face at the table. As for leftovers, good luck.
Good luck. Look, but Ricky, I don't understand why they didn't put the nutritional information on the side like they did here. They've made this kind of strange back layout with a lot of empty space.
That's super weird.
This box, they kind of figured it all out. They put it on the side like a normal BoxMac. And in the back, they dedicated it to the instructions. Instead, they put the instructions over here. It's just very inconsistent. This is clearly like the previous generation of styling, right? And this is the new styling.
Do you think that they have new branding people who are like, I came in, I'm new, by the way.
Yeah, I'm new
and
here.
I came in and there was no formal branding policy.
Yeah. And now we have a 40-page formal branding policy.
Yeah. Because they're new and they have to like prove that they added all kinds of value.
Yes.
Because they came into a copy editing disaster.
Like, and somewhere on the standard, it says that there has to be a circle that's perforated.
Yeah.
That must be a part, like a design element.
Or she's trying to phase out the red circles. And that's why they're getting smaller. I expect by next year, no more red circles. I don't think we need them. I think we can be like Apple and get rid of the headphone port on the iPhone. There was a time when you couldn't handle formats. And you were throwing boxes around and saying, I can't handle this.
Yeah.
Now here you are, episode 93.
I can't handle it, Frankie. I could probably handle, if I had sufficient stove, 6 Macs. Frankie, I have a small announcement in the world of Mac consumption for me personally. I have stopped buying Kraft 3 cheese and switched over completely to Walmart 3 cheese.
Yeah?
Yep.
Do you officially like it better?
Yes.
Really?
I compared just recently again, just to make sure that I wasn't losing my mind.
You had a BoxMac show we didn't film?
Yes. I was in the kitchen, I had it all set up, I had the pots.
You were talking to the bathroom?
And if you look in the inventory of Macs, there's actually a substantial supply of Walmart 3 cheese now.
Well, damn.
If you want to take a small tour with me, EJ, there is 8B of Walmart 3 cheese. 8B.
Do you have like an average amount of nights you have Great Value 3 cheese?
One a week to one every other week.
You just like to stock up?
Yeah. I mean, I actually don't go shopping at Walmart all that often.
That was my experience with you going way back when you used to buy those flavored sodas.
Yeah,
a long time ago.
a ton of them.
Yeah, you basically just went there to buy a ton of one thing.
Yeah, now I just stock up kind of on a monthly basis, really.
Why is there garlic in the glass?
It's just stored garlic.
To make it smell good in here, or what?
No, it's just where I'm keeping my garlic as...
Oh, all right.
I do the same thing.
Yeah? This is what gay men do?
And loop. The reason we're singing it is because you've been really enjoying a new game, right?
Sonic Mania. I actually think it's the best Sonic game ever. Sonic Mania came out for every platform, and it was released for $20. I said, well, I'll just download it when it comes out on the day on my Xbox One. When you have a baby, you want to be in the room where the wife and baby are.
Sure, generally, I mean, it's a nice gesture.
I said, well, that Switch makes everything portable now, doesn't it? It was Friday before the Tuesday release.
Yeah.
And I was intent on having Sonic Mania on the day that it released.
Wow. So you're saying you were prepared to buy a video gaming system in order to play Sonic?
Yes. So then I discovered that Sonic Mania came with a large pre-order bundle. You got a nice big statue of Sonic standing on a Sega Genesis. You got a cool little commemorative cart. And that was like $60. So I called around to stores. I said, do you have Switches? Do you have pre-orders? And none of them did, of course. Yeah. None of them. And they're all super rude about it. Like, nah, as if their job isn't to sell the newest stuff.
Yeah, they only want to sell you old, used games that they make a higher profit margin.
Yeah, I went online, I went to Amazon. I spent an additional $80 beyond the MSRP to get a Switch. I ordered it with Prime. It showed up on Saturday. I also went to the GameStop site and ordered the pre-order of Sonic Mania. And that showed up on the release date. A $20 game became like a $450 game. Jesus. I only ever buy consoles to play very specific games.
Yeah.
I bought an Xbox 360 at the end of its life so that I could play South Park, Sonic Generations, and the Arkham games. I enjoyed a couple Xbox Live experiences, the Simpsons arcade game.
Sure, that's a great game. I actually have always been a fan of buying systems near the end of their life because it saves you a tremendous amount of money. But like a number of people have recommended Persona 5 to me. It's a JRPG. I think I'd really like it, but I'm not quite prepared to pay full price for it, you know?
I mean, that's like buying a movie that came out 5 years ago, like when it's sun-bleached on DVD for under 99 cents.
It doesn't make it a less enjoyable experience to watch.
Except that like movies and games are culture.
Yeah.
And part of experiencing culture is experiencing them culturally.
Yes, in the context of that moment.
Yeah, the Switch was impossible to track down.
They're really that hard to find still?
Yeah. Are you with me?
Nintendo is so... They said they weren't going to do it with the SNES Classic. You can't find it anywhere. This margarine, I don't know if it's any good. Oh, it's no good. It's no good. It's no good. It expired about a year ago. I don't know. I must have bought it off the shelf like that.
Ew. What's margarine made out of?
I just watched a video on that this week. It's made out of just regular vegetable oil with a little bit of like a thickener and stabilizer in it. They hydrogenate it. And I watched an 18-minute YouTube video on how to hydrogenate vegetable oil chemically. And it was really interesting and super boring. I recommend you don't check it out.
This is the white cheddar.
White cheddar.
Has it broken up?
Are you doing it this way to spite Frankie and his yes it is?
Yes, it is.
I'm glad you're doing it your new way. I don't want to have to play any more Careless Whisper on this show.
I actually didn't even think of it, to be honest. This Deluxe is looking awful. It's super gloopy. This is the first time I've had to add milk to a Deluxe. How's that one? Does it have enough juice?
It's pretty juicy. All of the pastas look bad.
I'm not impressed with how this needed additional liquid. It's kind of a red flag.
Red flag means no swimming.
That's right, Frankie.
BoxMac, 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 Box.
All right, where are we starting?
Original.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Good cheese flavor, nice and strong.
It's pretty strong for an original. Not bad pasta, really.
Yeah,
I think it's pretty good. It's actually kind of creamy.
It did need a little extra milk to get us going, but all right.
Sometimes in life you need a little extra milk.
Yeah, you do.
Thick and creamy?
Sure. This has the pasta that kind of broke up and you can see it. I like the flavor.
The original is stronger, actually.
Yeah, it's kind of a little more subtle. The pasta really fell apart, though. White cheddar next.
Looks a little green.
Dry tasting.
Yeah, pretty bland, too.
Yeah, we've had better white cheddars than this. The Kraft white cheddar is much better.
The Cracker Barrel white cheddar is one of the best Macs of all time.
Yeah, it was not that great.
It's one of the GOATs.
And finally, our Deluxe. Still kind of lumpy cheesy.
Yes, it is. It's a pretty standard Deluxe.
A little bit of sharp cheese flavor.
Actually, I think it's quite good.
Yeah, could have done with even a little more milk, I think. I think overall, they were quite good.
It was rough going at first.
Yeah.
They ended up being pretty good Macs.
Yeah, stay away from the white cheddar. That's my only advice. Sometime soon, Frankie, we're going to cook this Mac. This Mac was featured on Boring Chuck's show, it was too exciting for him. Someday on BoxMac.